Nick Jonas is one-third of the wildly popular band, the Jonas Brothers, but now he is venturing out on his own with a self-titled solo album and a starring role in an original television drama. So how cool is it that Abby and I just sat down with the very chill Nick to talk about his hot new single, Jealous, and his spontaneous striptease at some trendy gay bars in New York City. Why'd he take it off? Take a look. I was at the music venue. You did this great set of some of your new songs. There's my cell phone photo or video of it. You broke it down. The people there loved it. I feel like that we are witnessing an evolution here. What are you hoping that the new music kind of says about who you are now?
I think the main thing I'm hoping for is that people get kind of a better look as to who I am now. You know, I had an amazing run with my brothers and got to do some amazing things and learned a lot in the process, you know, and had some time the last couple of years to figure out what's important to me as an artist, you know, what I want to say, the kind of statements I want to make, and where I want to go, and I feel like this music is the best representation of that.
Question for you, are you a jealous guy? Is there some truth to this song?
You know, the thing that was interesting about my specific experience with the song is that I had a moment where I was jealous for a second. Some guy was looking at my girl and it was uncomfortable. And instead of getting you know, really angry about it, I went in the studio and wrote a song. And now that I've lived with the song a bit, I've sort of realized, you know, in that moment, it's probably all in my head.
You're no stranger to grabbing headlines, and most recently we've seen you perform a little bit of a half striptease in a bar in New York. My question here, why only half striptease, Nick? Why are you holding back?
You know, well, there was a couple of experiences with this.
Okay.
I went out when the song was released, when Jealous was released, I went out and thought it'd be really nice to party with a big part of my audience that I love and respect and think is amazing is my gay fans. And so I went out and hung out with them. And then the next day I was with Ryan Seacrest, and he asked me to put on this other shirt, basically tricking me into taking my shirt off. And then the next day, I went out again to this club here in the city, and it turned into a half striptease. But I think it's better that way. Going full thing would just be too much.
You have to leave a little something, and we will see more of it though. The new show you're doing on DirecTV called Kingdom, all about being an MMA fighter, all that's going on there. Tell us a little bit about it. Are you into fighting? Have you always been an MMA guy?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I will be honest, I wasn't as familiar with this whole world as I am now, obviously, but I play a fighter, a prize fighter named Nate Colina, and this show is really beautifully written. It's gritty, it's really intense, and I feel like this may be hopefully a breakthrough show this season. I was just really happy to be a part of it. I had to work really hard to get the role.
We see that huge physical transformation. What kind of what kind of time are you packing in the gym for that?
I did 2 workouts a day plus the fight training for about 2 months, so I gained about 15 pounds of muscle.
Jeez.
I've since lost about 10 of that. That was my biggest in the clip we just saw. But it was pretty intense. I mean, it's great to know how to fight. I feel like anyone should have, you know, some awareness of how to take care of things if something ever happened, God forbid.
Especially if you're jealous of people looking at your girlfriend. I mean, let's just be honest.
Hey.
It's handy.
We would never get physical.